Here's a 2000 GMC K3500 four-wheel drive dually with a custom 5x9 approximate bed with toolboxes, four-door crew cab. Get some side steps that are like new. Nice open body. Put about whatever you want to in it. Set people up in there. Lots of securement. You've got tie downs, slot racking that you can tie stuff down with. You'll see in the body there. There's some more. A nice receiver for towing. I think it's a class 5, but I'm not sure. There's the side. It's at the 5.7 liter V8 Vortec with a 5-speed manual transmission. I recall it to be an NV4500, but I could be wrong. It came with a fleet nose on it with the halogen headlights, and I changed the front to a Yukon grille, which gave the modern front end. Got a like new ranch hand front bumper. It's a push bumper with a front trailer hitch. You can put your trailers on the front and just steer them where you want to put them. It is four-wheel drive, being a K3500. I rebuilt, redid, and I put on the new body about 10 years ago. There was none of this rust. But the truck is sat, it was not finished. And you see it's 1/8 inch plate there, and all up underneath its cross members. The frame was painted from just behind the front door all the way up through, all needle scaled, repainted, and it needs it again, primarily from sitting. I think since I got done working with the truck, I've put maybe 5,000 miles on it in the last 10 years. And for the last 5 years, it's been on site only. Hasn't even been on the road. Does have a custom exhaust. Comes out of the cat, goes back to a glass pack, and then it's supposed to come out to a tailpipe. The tailpipe fell off, rotted off. It needs to be welded back on. It's in the body. And right now, the exhaust exits about a foot in front of the rear wheel, which is plenty fine from the cab. The last time this was on the road, it took a sticker with no problem. I just never got another inspection sticker since because I wasn't running it on the road. You can see over here, 1920 here. It's a valid inspection sticker. It's going to need work to be on the road now, or we all know we're in Maine. Lick'em and stick'ems are as common as bears, so that's entirely up to you, but I would want to go through it thoroughly, check the front end. Personally, I know it needs exhaust work and spark plugs, you know, a good tune-up, good wires, should be ready to go. It really needs an awesome paint job and make this truck back what it was originally. Let's get under the hood here. You can hear from sitting, there's a little bit of belt squeal. That's pretty clean. Air conditioner compressor's been deleted on. New tensioner, new alternator, or newer. The only leaks I'm aware of is a little drip, less than a quart, every year or so. I believe it to be the main seal or the valve covers. The clutch is a little bit weak. It either needs to be adjusted or replaced. Currently the horn is not working, but the horn itself is fine. There's a wiring problem between the steering wheel and here. You can see that it has the custom, newer style towing mirrors. A brake controller. The emergency brake does work. I put all new cables in it a few years ago. It does work and hold, and is fully adjustable for it to hold for a long time. The rear brakes are like brand new. They were replaced 3-4 years ago, and the truck hasn't gone anywhere. There's no known issues to me in the steering, front end steering suspension, but again, you'd want to have it checked out. I upgraded the uncomfortable vinyl bench seat that was well worn with a split bench, 60/40 power, out of a Suburban or Tahoe. It is shift on the floor, 4-wheel drive. When she's in low, she's a beast. Brake controller. Pioneer radio. The interior needs to be all redone, in my opinion. I never got to it, I never touched it. Tilt column. And you can see there's no warning lights on. Right now the brake light's on because I have the e-brake set, but if I release it, brake light goes off. This is an automatic column, and I never removed it. I left it there, and it really confuses when somebody gets in the truck that doesn't know what they're doing. There's the Weston step pipes, lifetime warranty, stainless. There's your high beams on, your lights. You got your cab lights. Hideaway in the bumper. Our pods, 3 of them are working. 1 of them hasn't. It worked when I put it in. We took a trip, it now doesn't work. My guess, a wire came off, but it never bothered me. And I have them wired up to the high-low dimmer. So you're going down the road, you put the highs on, you have your fog lights. Oncoming traffic, they shut off. You don't have to do anything out of the ordinary. There's lights up at the top, all around the perimeter. I think we have 1 out, but I have spares, or they're easily available. You got the marker lights going down the road there. That one right there is out. That light up on there broke off, got hit on a gantry and broke it off. It's there, it just needs to be cleaned up, re-welded, and you can get rid of the zip ties. Coming down this side. Front tires are really new. Cooper Discoverer HE3s, very good tread on them, less than 5,000 miles. The rears, probably want to be done. I noticed some sidewall cracking in them, but we just went half an hour away and back down the road, and they were just fine. There's a little bit of a vibration. I think that's from sitting, flat spotting the tires. But with a little bit of work, a little bit of elbow grease, You'd have yourself one of the rarest trucks that's out there for a 2000 GMC K3500 1-ton, 4-door crew cab with a commercial body on it and a nice wraparound ranch hand to protect your investment heading on down the road. Mileage, let's go check it out. It's high, but it's not high for the year, and it's well worth the miles of it. So I'm seeing 225,147. Have a good day.